All right, y'all, boys. So I got another one for y'all today. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm super excited to bring y'all this video. I was been supposed to make it, but I was busy with a couple other things, so I finally got some time to shoot. Like I said, I'm super excited, and I'm glad that we was able to get the important stuff out the way first with the first 5 videos. So for this video, I want you guys to stay until the end, okay? I want you to watch the whole entire thing. What we're gonna be discussing is how to keep a woman in her feminine state. The reason for this video is because I'm on social media, so I see how a lot of women nowadays they act towards men, and men blame them for the way they act. But in reality, men are to blame because if you were a masculine man and you were dominant the way you're supposed to be, women wouldn't be acting up this way. Women wouldn't be speaking to you in certain ways or whatever it may be. So I'm here to talk about that. Okay. So for those who are new to the channel, I'm here to help men return back to true masculinity through God. So today, this topic, I believe, is you guys are a good fit for it, and it'll help you guys a lot, okay? So we're going to get into a few things. All right, so the first thing I want to say before I get into it is before you guys even look to have a woman in your presence, you have to do the work. If you guys go back to my previous video right before this one, it's 12 important things men must do between 16 and 24. Those are very important to start. Because, for example, in that video, I talk about how important it is to, as a man, to keep up on your hygiene, to hit the gym, to make money, work 50 to 60 hours a week, to learn the skill, to build your credit, to keep your car clean. I talk about all these things alike, okay? So now, as a man, that's something you should do for you. Because when a woman comes into your life and she sees that you have all these things in order, she sees, man, this man, he works a lot. He works 60 hours a week. She sees that your car is always clean. You always smell good. You always hit in the gym and you look fit. Naturally, she falls in line because she sees that this is a man who takes himself serious. So I myself, I'm going to take him serious too. One of the reasons a lot of women don't take you guys serious is because you don't take yourself serious. A lot of the reasons why a lot of women don't take you guys or give you guys respect is because you don't respect yourselves. Okay, when a woman comes into your life and she sees these things, she automatically gets into her feminine because she sees like this man is serious. So I'm not going to play around with him. Okay, now that's good to get her there and to get her in her feminine, but it's a whole different ball game to keep her in her feminine. Okay, so I'm going to start with tip number 1 in order to keep a woman in her feminine. Number 1 is to be a man of your word. Be a man of your word. And one more time, be a man of your word. Now, with men, when you are a man of your word with other men, you earn respect. You feel me? But with women, when you are a man of your word, not only you earn their respect, but you also earn their trust. Okay? Because when you're a man of your word, for example, let's just say you're hanging out with your girl, y'all having a good time, and you tell her, all right, man, I'm leaving at 5 p.m. I got to go to the gym, or I got to go pick up something from the store, whatever it is. And you tell her I'm leaving at 5 p.m. 4:49, you better be walking towards the door. You got to be a man of your word. Okay? Now, if you tell her 5 p.m. and it's 5:30 and you're still there, she's going to be like, dang, like even though it's so tiny and so small to you, but to her, it's like, man, he said you're leaving at 5. He's still here. Over time, that diminishes your word. In the same sense, right? When a woman sees that you do what you say you're gonna do, it also helps you for when she's acting out. Okay? So for example, when she knows that you're a man of your word and you do exactly what you say you're gonna do, if for instance she acts out or she disrespects you or she has bad behavior, and you tell her, if you act this way again, or if you behave this way again, or if you talk to me this way again, you're never gonna hear from me. She knows you mean it. And I promise you, from then on, she's going to be on her best behavior. But if you're a man, whenever you say something, you don't do it, she's not going to take you serious. Because as soon as you like, man, if you do this, you'll never hear from me again. She's not going to listen to that, bro. Let's be real. Because she sees that you don't even take yourself serious and follow your own words. So why should she be scared and be afraid to do certain things if she knows there's no consequences behind it and you're not a man of action? So that's one way to keep a woman in her feminine, because when she sees that you are capable of doing exactly what you say you're gonna do, she falls in line because she's like, this man is really who he says he is. Okay, so that's number one, very important. And this also helps with men. As a man, if you can't keep your word, you're not a man, you're weak, in my opinion, because there's no way you should give your word and not do what you say you're gonna do. That's number one. All right, so let's get cracking into number two. Number two, excuse me, very, very important. Okay, with women, you can't be the guy that's serious all the time. You feel me? Women are not logical creatures. Women are emotional creatures, okay? So you have to keep things fun and flirty with women. You also, it's almost as if you're playing pretend in a way, okay? I'm gonna give you guys some examples, right? So for example, let's just say you go to the gym and so let's just say you go to the gym and you get home or whatever it is, and your lady asks you, how was your workout? And you say something like, man, workout was good. I was doing some chest, and then I started doing some bicep curls. I was doing some squats. That's lame, bro. Like, that's too logical. You gotta have fun and you gotta have fun with it. You gotta be fun and flirty with it. You get home, she asks you, how was the gym? Say something funny. Like, for example, me, if my lady asks me, how was the gym? I'm gonna say something flirty like, man, you should have seen me. I was out there like Superman. You feel me? Like, when you say things like that, it makes it fun and flirty. And what that does too, long term, she looks forward to when you come home from the gym, because she knows that even though she asks you this question, it's gonna be something funny or something. If you're serious all the time, bro, like, women won't enjoy your presence as much as they should. You get what I'm saying? Keep it fun and flirty. Be serious when you need to be serious. If she's disrespecting you, she's acting out, she's having bad behavior, then okay, you got to be serious and be able to lay down the law. But 90% of the time when she's behaving well, fun, flirty, keep it charismatic, you feel me? Don't be too serious and learn to have fun with everything. Another thing, so I'm going to add to that, you got to have a childlike mindset, okay? When I say a childlike mindset, when we were kids, where I grew up, the people that I was friends with, we used to play hide and seek, we used to play tag, what else? We used to play a whole lot of different games. That's still in play today. You have to put yourself like a child to really enjoy, for a woman to really enjoy your presence and to stay in her feminine. Because, for example, if you guys are together, for example, you could roll up, let's just say you just ate a piece of gum. You could roll up a little piece of gum and just throw it at her. You feel me? That's fun. That's flirting with her. You feel me? Or if she coming around a corner and she don't see you, you just stay there and boom, you scare her. You feel me? Those are things that keep a woman feminine, bro. Like, she enjoys your presence. You get what I'm saying? So that's number two. Again, that right there was just a big game changer. So now we're gonna move on to number three, okay? This next one is all about your masculinity. And number three is to be dominant, assertive, and direct. This is also crucial, and that's why I'm putting it at number three. As a man, you have to, when you want something, you say exactly what you want. You be direct. Don't try to be passive aggressive. That's for weak men. That's not for you, okay? We're here to talk to dominant men. You have to be dominant, which means that everything in life, you have to go after it, okay? You have to be assertive. If somebody does something to you that you don't like, tell them right away, hey, bro, I don't like the way you just did that. Or if they did something back then that you didn't like, hey, man, I didn't like the way you spoke to my mom, or I didn't like the way you put that down. I don't appreciate that. That's how you talk to people. You don't got to be rude or be angry and violent. No, it's just simple. Hey, bro, I don't like the way you did that. Simple as that. That's called being assertive, because you saying what you don't like. If somebody disrespect you, listen, man, I don't like the way you spoke to me earlier, man. It felt like you was disrespecting me. Don't do that again. That's for everybody. That's for your lady if she did something or said something you didn't like. That's for your homeboy who might have said something you didn't like. That's for a coworker who wants to be passive aggressive, whatever it may be. Simple. That's being assertive and direct. That's what a man is. Because when you're like that, people don't take advantage of you. You're not a pushover. That's very important. And when your woman sees that, She's like, ooh, okay, he can speak up for himself. You feel me? They love that. They love a dominant, assertive, and strong man. A man who's not scared to say the thing he needs to say. This is probably, honestly, if I didn't already have a number one, I'd probably put this at number one. But number one was also important. But as a man, you have to be assertive. If somebody does something to you that you don't like, tell them, hey man, I don't like the way you did that, bro. I felt disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Simple. No violent. Don't go fighting. Nothing like that, okay? So that's number three, man. The fourth thing we're going to talk about in relation to keeping a woman feminine is to be able to make decisions. You feel me? So women, let me give you guys a little quick background, right? Women live in a world of maybe. Maybe this, maybe that. Okay? You as the man have to come in and be like, okay, it's yes or it's no. That's what it is. And that goes with everything, especially if you have a woman who's like genuinely feminine, bro. She's gonna ask you to make a decision on almost every single thing, even things that before she met you that she was able to make decisions with. The minute that you're in the presence now, that goes on to you. And what I want you guys to know is don't stress yourself too much about decisions, because don't focus so much on making the right decision, but focus on just making a decision. For example, let's just create some hypothetical situation. If you guys were in some kind of tunnel, you're with your girl, you go to a tunnel, you get to a point where you have to turn left or right. Don't sit there for 40 minutes thinking, oh man, if you go left, then I don't know, that something else might be there. But if you go right, no, you get there and you just turn left. That's it. If you get to the end of the left tunnel and something there is going on or whatever, okay, let's try the right tunnel. It's simple. Don't focus so much on making the right decision. Just focus on making a decision. One of my homies I was talking to, right? He has a lady, and I'm using this as an example. You feel me? And they were going to get some food, and first he picked one restaurant. But then he got there, and he's like, oh, I changed my mind. He went to another restaurant. Got there, and then he's like, nah, I want something else. So 3 restaurants. And now his girl is pissed because she don't really care like where y'all eat at. As long as the food is good and as long as she eats, bro. You feel me? That's why as a man, when you make a decision, also, you have to make sure you make the decision that's good enough for both of y'all. If you guys are looking for somewhere to eat, obviously as a man, you wouldn't pick somewhere with terrible food. And that's what goes into decision making. You have to consider everything. Is this food good? Is she gonna like it? She's been having tooth pain. Do they have soft foods there? You got to consider all these things. You feel me? And once you make a decision, you stick to it no matter what. Unless that decision isn't working out for you guys, then you can reconsider and get something else. But as a man, one of the best ways, and included with everything else we talked about, this is a way to keep a woman in her feminine, because she knows that she has a man that she could go to make the tough decisions. She knows that she has that leader, that macho man to make those tough decisions. So as a man, you can't be indecisive. You can't be scratching your head. You don't know what to think. No, just make a decision. If it's not the right one, it's not the right one. But don't beat yourself up too much about it. Okay? Extremely important, man. Women don't like indecisive men, bro. I'm telling you that right now. That's the quickest way to lose attraction. And it's the quickest way for a woman to lose trust in you, because she sees that you can't lead. You can't be a leader if you can't make decisions. And how you make decisions is by considering every outcome and make sure that everything is to you guys' benefit and it's for the better of both of you guys. Okay? Extremely important. Please internalize this, man. I would also put this number one if I didn't already have a number one, but this is very important. Okay? Okay, so we're going to go to the last one. Number 5. The last one is also very important, but don't talk too much. I already made a video on it. Go back and watch it. But it's simple. Don't talk too much. Women are supposed to be the ones who are talking. You're just supposed to be listening. Don't be telling them about your problems. You feel me? Don't be telling them about deep thing that's going on that mostly has to do with you. Okay? You're supposed to figure things out, because I admit that sometimes women do give good advice, but then again, it's a hit or miss. And you have to make sure that you've been with them a long enough time to get to the point where you could come to them and be like, hey, yeah, man, we got this going on. You have any idea how I should handle it? But again, that comes with experience between you two. It comes with having two to 3 year relationship, 5 year relationship where you guys have been battle tested to where that you guys have been through stuff together. But if it's a woman you've been with for 6 months, a year, handle your problems like a man, and then she'll find out about it later on. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I've hit the major things. You feel me? I don't think I have any more. So you guys let me know what y'all think. And